you always have some deadline for you, right? You know the Parkinson law. Work expands to the time you allow for it.
POI.
Okay.
So,
Lead Gang, Spit It Out. Powered by Bitu, top one English speaking app.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the Debate Apex. My name is Mi, and it's my honor to be here to be your adjudicator in this debate. And today, as we all know, the debate motion is we believe exams must be gone. And I'm very happy to welcome both teams today. And please notice that we have debate events every month on Bitu. So don't forget to join us to participate in the debate every month, okay? To start the debate today, let me introduce the first speaker of the proposition team, Ms. Stephanie. Please welcome.
Okay, so for the first point that I make, first of all, that examinations will increase the credit maniac because for teachers, they will not focus on the qualities of the exams or the qualities of the percent in teachings anymore, instead of which they only want their students to have the high score so that they can focus on the reputations that they may get for their class and also for the school reputations as well. Another thing is that for student perspective, they will have a lot of peer pressure when they have to take the exams. They will have to spend a lot of time doing homework and prepare for the exams, and it will make them compare between others. So a lot of them who have pressures, they started to become worried, and they even have a lot of disorder whenever it comes to mental health. Another example for that is that they can also commit suicide, because we all know that last year when it all on the news that one student from Amsterdam, high school student, he jumped from the balcony in a high apartment because of the supervision from the parents that makes him study at 4 a.m. and that which leads to the commit suicide and also a lot of disorder in the mental health. And another thing for the parents is that they will start to compare their kids with others, because they will believe that in Vietnamese we have a very famous term for the kids, the next door kid, and it means that they will always want their children to be just like them, which also help to increase the pressures, also the how do I say I don't know, maybe also help the students to become worried whenever it comes to exams. So I will have more example for that, because one of my students, because I also do the teachings, and the kids, he always got a lot of pressure from the parents saying that he has to take the IELTS just because the others have already taken the IELTS, and even though his ability was not good enough, and he'll still have to learn a lot just to achieve something which is not reachable for him. All right, so I think that was the point that I have made.
Thank you so much for a fine speech. Now, let me introduce to you the first speaker from the opposition team, Mr. Neo. Please welcome.
hi, I'm Neo, and I'm going to give in some of my opinions for all of those problems that Steph just talked about. She just mentioned about it's about credit mania, peer pressure for student mental health, and parents compare. I don't think it is correct. And here's why. First of all, about those things like credit mania, peer pressure, and health is all coming from the parents or those teachers who needs credit, right? Because they from the money and ego. So the problem we can see right here is not the system. The problem is not the exam. It's the people who is doing it. So. It's the people who need to change, like the parents and the teachers, not the exam. And moreover, exam is an accurate measure to students' ability and let me see, peer pressure right here, because we need to teach students to stay under pressure, because that's how society is. If they cannot take pressure in school, how are they gonna take pressure in life? And last but not least, exam can be alleviated difficulty All right. So that is my point of view, and that's it. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you so much for this great speech. So now to move on with our debate, let me introduce the second speaker from the preposition team. Please welcome Mr. Duke.
Hello everyone, I'm Duke. I am the second speaker of the proposition team, and I'd like to continue our argument. First of all, I will support Stephanie's opinion earlier. She mentioned that examinations can lead to credit mania. How so? First of all, examinations, they don't actually care about what the students have learned throughout the study year. They just want the student to do exactly what is written on the paper. So that will lead to the phenomena of students tend likely to cheat on the exam to get a high score, credit maniac, to get a high score. And from the teacher's perspective, they also want to have some credit, some reputation for their teaching career. So they might let the students to cheat. They might allow the student to cheat on the exams. So that is the point I want to support Stephanie's opinion earlier. And I want to argue more. Everybody knows that exams often take place at the end of the study year, of the school year, and it is not involved the whole knowledge and information that the students have acquired throughout the school year. Since it is often take place at the end of the school year, students might cram for the exams, study in a short periods just for the exam. I would like to propose some improvement or some changes. In fact, in some countries, some high schools have already implemented this method that they will assess the students' knowledge and information and performance throughout the school year by projects, small projects, by presentation, by excursion, some extracurriculum activities, short essays throughout the school year to accept even the smallest knowledge and piece of information that the student have acquired. So I think it is better than just to have a big exams in the last period. Yeah. So that's my point. That's my argument.
Okay.
Thank you again for the great speaks. So now, to close our debate, I would like to introduce Mr. Robert to present the speech. Please welcome.
I'm Robert. I'm the second speaker from the opposition team, and I would like to provide some rebuttal to all of your points of view. First of all, you said that exam create credit maniacs, right? You say that students would cheat for high scores, reputation for some teachers, but I think that can be solved. Exam create discipline. It's generally personal growth. When they do the exams, they can enhance their personal growth. They can be more disciplined. They can learn how to act properly when they go for exams. What you said before is in a minuscule levels, for example, in the school levels. But what about the national exams? When you go to national exam, the teachers are not the same. They come from different high schools, and they go there to assess the students' abilities. So cheating is not 100% viable. If you teach them to cheat in high schools, they will continue that tradition and then go for the national exam, which is something much more important. And you said that exams, not all of the knowledge is included because exams take place at the end of school years, right? Okay, so you said that you offer some alternatives, right? So I think that exams at the end of school year, they're more impactful, or they are a better method to assess the student abilities. You mentioned that they're a big group project within the school year. So what happens when one student does all the things and the other don't do anything?
So, you're right.
Okay.
So I like to respond to the argument. Everyone knows that the problem of the exam is that, like final exams, they are the decisive factors to conclude all of your performance, like all of your score throughout the year. Like it is a big exam, so its scores, its mark will be a decisive factor to evaluate the whole school year, right? So,
Time's up. You only have 15 seconds.
okay.
I would like to continue with my speech. So exams create pressure, right? And pressure create diamonds. So what better way to like apply pressure on the students than exams? I don't necessarily say that it is some kind of toxic pressure or like it's a harmful pressure, but it's a good kind of pressure. Like if you always have some deadline for you, right? You know the Parkinson law. Work expands to the time you allow for it. So, for example, you place a deadline right next to tomorrow's and a deadline for like 10 days later. So you will always prioritize the exam for tomorrow's. So therefore, if you have exams, you will create that kind of pressure. This is a good pressure to get you pushed to actually learn, to actually be disciplined, to actually go to work for your exams. So it's a good kind of pressure. It's not like something that you would like having your parent over expect you to achieve good scores. So I think exams is a good way to do that. But if you think that exams are too harsh nowadays, I have another method. Exams in terms of difficulties can be alleviated, which means that the difficulties of the exams can be reduced to the point that students may feel comfortable doing it. It's okay? That is the end of my speech.
Okay, thank you a lot for your speech, and it's the end of the debate today as well. So I will take some time to look at the debate, all the speech again, and give you the result and the feedback. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. So I hope you guys have a great time resting. So now it's time for me to give you the result and the feedback. First, I will give you some feedback to the debate in your speech. And second, I will give you the result. So today, I really enjoyed the debate and your speech. You guys really interact with each other. Interact with each other point and speech, and really give some important argument as well that I feel very interesting. But I think there's few things you can do better. First, like you can put more analysis on your argument. You cannot just say that, oh, it is good, it is bad, but like tell me why it is good and why it is bad, right? For example, you tell me like people need to change their behavior, not the system, right? So how can they change?
How should they change?
Yeah,
Right?
how can they change? How should they change? Like go more, go deeper.
I see.
And you can say like people can cheat, right? People can cheat, and the teacher let student to teach. So why is harmful? Why cheating is harmful, right? Tell me more about this. So I expect to know deeper about your argument. So here's just some smart feedback. And without further ado, I will go straight ahead for the result. So in the debate, I would like to give the win to the opposition side. Congratulations. Don't be sad about it. You guys did a great job. Just a little bit of luck, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Just like a little bit of luck. So next time, I think you guys can do better. So I hope you enjoyed the debate today. Thank you.
Mọi người đang
wait.
nhìn rồi.
Don't forget to download Bitu to try our debate every month on Bitu Group Talk. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
All English speaking of Litgang will be held on B2 Group Talk feature, 100% free. To join us, download B2 Let's Speak English app on Google Play or App Store. See ya!